Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Dress yourself in one of the expressive t-shirts from Kush Online. Over 109 styles and 18 colors. Kush takes the stress out of getting dressed. Hi, welcome to my channel. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that post notification bell so that you'll know every time we upload. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Kush Online. We take the stress out of plus-size queens worrying about what to wear. Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to Midnight Madness Vlogmas edition. I hope you guys have been having an amazing day today. Let me go ahead and update my overlay. I really love my Santa with the big boobs because she is so real, real deal Holyfield. Because yes, I do have big boobs. Appreciate that, Passion Lisa. I don't know if you in here, but I just really love her. Hey, Shonda. Hey, Lady Golden One. We are going to be talking about Peach again, y'all. Like I said, I already had a scheduled live that I was going to do earlier today, but because of what was going on, I decided to jump over to where we were. And so now we're going to talk about the information that I actually was going to cover earlier today. Um, with everything that goes on, I mean, sometimes it does kind of make it hard to feel sorry for Peach, but then sometimes you just can't help it. I mean, she got her little tears on her little face, and then I don't care. Like, girl, we know you care. You'd be a fool not to. And if you didn't care, you wouldn't have even brought it up. Even though it'll get you views, when you brought it up, it would have been a matter of fact type of conversation. It wouldn't have been you all broke down and, oh, I want to go crazy. Oh, I want to fight him, all of that drama. So we know what it is. But, poor little Tink Tink. I mean, that's all I can say is poor little Tink Tink because, oh my God, girl. I mean, her and Wood, boy, boy, boy. I guess he say, honey, you gonna pay me in tail for taking care of these extra babies that you keep making over him. I mean, that's what it looked like, child. That may not be what he feeling, but that's show what he's showing. Cause geez, it's a lot. That's all I can say is it's a lot. I hope you guys have been having an amazing day today. I definitely have. Shayna, welcome to the live, as well as Karen Scott, welcome to the live. Those of you in the bushes, welcome as well. And those of you who hit the live later and have to get the replay, welcome as well. I hope that you will hashtag replay, and I hope that you not only will like the live but share it with your audience. I'm gonna be in the bushes for a few minutes. I'm trying to figure out where to put this dang elf on the shelf in the scenario. Girl, that little elf on the shelf just seemed like it's hard work now. Until I was an adult, I didn't even know about it, but it's cute and fun for the kiddos. So That's just fine. You know we gonna be here. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna get everything set up. And while I'm setting up, let me um, make sure that I have oh Lord. Let me make sure that I have everything squared away for you guys. Banner. Let me pull this up just a tad so that everything will look good. Okay. Um, and let me go ahead and get the first video queued up so we can get started. I hope you guys, like I said, had a great day today. Let me make sure I got the screen looking like it needs to look so you guys won't miss a thing. And then we'll get started on tonight's live. Let me go ahead and put that disclaimer up again. And before we get started, let me go ahead and play my quick little commercial. I hope you guys like our t-shirts and go over to the channel and support by getting you one. Our sizes for our t-shirts do start at size medium now. We're not just plus size. Hey guys, and welcome. After enjoying this commentary, be sure to run over to our website, www.kushe.online for this great t-shirt and more. Kush takes the stress out of getting dressed. Hey guys, and welcome. After enjoying this commentary, be sure to run over to our website.
Yeah, Mr. Officer, what happened?
We got a phone call that you're trying to steal this vehicle?
No, that bullshit. They lied to you. I discovered this car. I'm discovering this car.
This gentleman right here is telling me.
Yeah, I went inside to get some water. I left my car out here in front of my driveway, and he
You bullshit. You lie. This not your car no more. I discovered it. You lying.
Sir, you can't discover a car.
What you mean? It's here. It's open. I get inside. I discover the car. It's my car now. What day is today?
Today is Columbus Day.
Okay, and what he do?
He discovered America.
Bullshit, because somebody was already here. How you gonna discover something que alguien estaba allá? And what the first country he discovered?
He discovered Dominican Republic and Haiti first.
No, bullshit, because Pepita told me she was there already colando café when he got there. So why you lie?
Sir, I need you to get out of the car.
I cannot get. I discovered it.
No, but
listen, I'm busy. I have somewhere to go. I discovered this car. I have to leave.
Sir, this is not your vehicle.
It's mine now because I discovered, Mr. Officer, and I'm trying to explain to you.
Sir, I need you to get
Tell
out of the
him
vehicle.
I'm leaving.
Sir,
okay,
this is this gentleman's car. Sir.
Yeah, Mr. Officer, what happened?
We got a phone call that you're trying to steal this vehicle?
No.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the video.
With that, I hate that society. My baby just scooted all up under me, being a playhead. I'm probably being too loud, but anywho, I had just seen Coach D from Dancing Dolls talking about how little girls are supposed to have hygiene. They're not supposed to be musky, which I agree with. They're supposed to not smell like outside when they come to practice. I agree with. And then she said they're not supposed to be having hair under their arms. I don't agree with that. I hate that society has tricked us into thinking like underarm hair is disgusting.
Now, y'all tell me, number one, why on Beyonce's Good Internet today did this have to be something that a person would consider commentary? Not commentary, but content. Why on earth is somebody's underarm hair a source of discussion at any, you know, because there's no one that says underarm hair is good or bad in my understanding. Quite frankly, I'm not even sure the purpose of underarm hair. Some people have it, some people don't. I'm a person, I don't have underarm hair. I don't have a lot, I'll say it like that. And some people have a lot. Some people can braid it. I've seen a person actually do that. They was being funny, of course, but some people can braid it. Hey, Angela. Um, Out of all the things Miss Peach McIntyre could talk about, why was it this?
It's not. I remember many years ago I had a conversation with my grandma about underarm arm hair because she was saying how nasty it was. And I said, I don't think underarm hair is nasty. Like, why do you feel that way? And my grandmother said when they were young, they started forcing them to cut their underarm hair because it excited men. Like, you a young girl, you got underarm hair, your underarms look like your vagina.
Now, why do you feel that her grandmother told her that? I don't recall as a young girl ever having these type of conversations, especially about underarm hair. um, and even hair on your private areas, like that it meant nastiness or not. Now, hair on the private area, for the most part, is supposed to be a kind of like protection to prevent things from easily being able to enter that particular orifice. And I know we're really going deep and having a weird conversation, but I just had to talk about this because I just thought it was crazy that she chose to talk about it, and I wanted to do some commentary on it now. So there's that. Underarm hair, don't know what the purpose of it is. It's there. Some people it's, worth talking about, or they have some and some don't. You say she just want to hear herself speak. Hey Nibia. Hey Shayna. Did I speak Shayna a minute ago? I don't think I did. But yeah, and I don't recall ever hearing anybody refer to underarm hair as being something that's disgusting either. It just you have it or you don't. You control it because you don't want odor and things like that, but disgusting, Peach?
So if a older man seen a young girl with underarm hair, he knew she had pubic hair, and it excited him. He wanted to sleep with her.
Honey, have y'all ever heard anything as ludicrous as this? Like, not only have I not ever heard this conversation being had by anybody ever, I've never even heard anybody talk in such a manner, like, that this was a thing. My mom only told me one thing: if you shave it, it will come back thicker. Exactly. Now that's something I've heard before. Her grandparents used to give her a lot of this type of advice. Who were they around? Exactly. And who raised them? And what y'all really got going on? Is everything that happened in this girl's life about um uh, uh um intimate nature, woman and man relations and things? Because it's like that's all she talk about. I mean, what did this girl really experience as a child?
So they start making them cut it. It's kind of like a safety measure, and just told them it was like disgusting to have underarm hair. You can ask your grandparents, great grandparents, if you're lucky to have them.
I have had them all. My grandparents have passed away. My great grandparents have passed away. However, never had I been told this before. Never had I heard these things before. I would have never even brought this type of thing up to my grandparents. Exactly. There's so many other amazing things to discuss with loved ones, family, and friends, other than some fugazi mess like
If that
this.
was their experience as well. But when it came to pubic hair, that generation did not cut their pubic hair because it was a sex symbol. It was sexy. It excited men. And then my husband,
Um, yeah. Never heard this one either. I mean, because let's be honest, a person is, if you are not being intimate or have an intimate relationship with someone, they won't even know you have it. So how can it be something that's a sex symbol? It ain't like you just walking around with it
and
out.
I had this conversation recently. We had it many times because I like having pubic hair. But society tells you like pubic hair is nasty.
And I've never heard that before. How does a conversation like this even start with grands? Exactly. Why is your grandmother even just looking at your pubic hair? Why is she discussing it? Why is anyone discussing it? Why are you discussing it? Like, girl, what y'all got going on? And you know, what y'all be discussing at the table during dinner? Like it's crazy.
Ugh, that's so gross. But I tell him, I say, if you look at
Now she's saying that her husband said it's gross because if that's the case, I mean, we just sat here and discussed him stepping out. And one of the things that she said was, "I know y'all gonna think that he step out because of the way I carry myself." That would be something that a lot of people would think. Now, does that have to be the case? No, not necessarily, but that's definitely something people can think. Because she doesn't put a lot of effort into her hygiene. Let me say that right, into her looks. Not necessarily her hygiene, but she doesn't put a lot of effort into her looks. And that is a true statement.
hip hop culture, the culture that made us think having vagina hair is disgusting.
Okay, now she just keeps going further and further with the ludicrous nature of the things that she is saying. When did hip hop even discuss vagina hair? I do remember uh T.I. having a song that mentions something, but that's his personal preference. It has nothing to do with an entire culture of people. And so it's like, it just made me think, wow, I never thought she could get even more weird, but she clearly can.
Um, really, white women stopped having hair on their vaginas, and then hip hop started to like really talk about it in songs and act like it was so nasty. But if we look at hip hop culture, they're coming out as pedophiles now. Like they like little kids. Adults are supposed to have pubic hair. Adult women.
And I really wish she knew how to say adult. It's not adult, it's adult. Uh, it's just not the verbiage, period. But have you guys ever heard any of this craziness that she's spewing here? She's consistently embarrassing both of them online. This conversation online and them giving his point of view is unnecessary. Not only unnecessary, just like you said, it's embarrassing by nature. It's unfactual, it's unproven, and it makes y'all look like y'all had some situations going on in your family. I mean, it really does.
Should have pubic hair. Growing up in my generation, as a young girl and as a teenager, having pubic hair was exciting. It was a girl when I was young.
Why? Why would you and your homegirls be discussing pubic hair? Why would it be exciting? Why?
Her name was Rosa, and I never forget. We went to the pool, like all the kids from Review Terrace Projects, and Rosa had hair like on her vagina, coming out the side of her bathing suit and going up her belly. And all the boys was so excited, like, oh my God, Rosa, 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 Rosa. And
I don't know what to say about that one, y'all. Who on earth, Rosa or Rosa's mama, should have had their tail toe up? Because, huh? Even if the little girl had it, if she didn't know, I mean, I don't know. If she had a situation that it was coming out of her clothes, to me, that's a hygiene thing. They could have cleaned it up some. It didn't necessarily have to be a good or a bad thing, but they definitely could have made that look more publicly appealing and not draw unnecessary attention to her. Now, I agree with the fact that that does allude to the fact of a woman being younger because obviously hair grows or starts to grow with puberty. But hey, Queen Lita, I don't, but still, this conversation is still crazy. I do believe we should be more comfortable talking about these things together in a private or class way. She sounds excited. she may be a little excited about the conversation ever, but it's like, why are you talking about that in the way that you are? What made your grandmother bring that up to you? And I'm not saying even if you did have a conversation like that with a family member or a grandparent or a mother, I'm not saying it should be taboo or anything like that, or that you should feel uncomfortable. What I'm saying is, where do these conversations come from? Like, who sits down and thinks about, oh, when you're 12, that's when you talk to your kids about pubic hair, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's all I'm saying is like, why is this a conversation? Why does she feel like this is valuable enough to be content? Because, I mean, when we bring content, we should be educating, we should be informing, and we should also be bringing some type of value. And why does she feel that this is something that does
And
that?
I was just like, dang, I wish I had some hair like Rose. Like, it just was a turn on. And then all of a sudden they started putting it in music that having this hair was disgusting and nasty and it's supposed to be bald down there. I don't agree with that. And I feel that same way about pubic hair. I understand, like, our grandparents and great grandparents, they needed to protect themselves. But in today's society, adult men, adults, period, should know, like, you shouldn't desire children. And pubic hair and underarm hair is natural. There's nothing nasty about keeping it. There's nothing nasty about growing underarm hair. It's natural. God gave it to you. Stop letting society trick y'all. I know some of y'all gonna think I'm disgusting and crazy, but this is really
Part, because you seem a little rolled off with this conversation, and she did put a lot
what
into it.
happened. I feel like they tricked us. What if they was trying to trick us into like liking kids when it comes to pubic hair?
Like, where did that come from? There is literally nothing left to the imagination. I could be friends with Peach, and I couldn't be friends with Peach at all because you can't. She don't stop running her mouth. That's true. I mean, if it was a conversation they had for education or safety purposes, okay. But I agree with you. This isn't that. No, it's not. So basically, she's telling us that she doesn't remove her body hair. Like, okay, that's your preference. We don't want to know exactly. Does she have these types of talks privately with her own kids, not for the world to see? I mean, if she did, this is not even something that we should know that that she talks about. And like she said, nothing left to the imagination. Shayna said it. Um, nothing is left to the imagination with this girl. I mean, geez, I don't know why she was excited even about this conversation. And I mean, she took it a little bit further. Let's look at this next video that she put up. Okay, so I'm setting up the next screen for us, guys. But it just was so weird that she is talking about this. It's so weird that these are things that she thinks about. And honestly, Peach makes you feel as though she had some kind of um, situation that was really not a good one. You know what I mean? I don't even know another way to say it. without being too descriptive or vulgar. But she really makes you feel as though she had something crazy go on with her. Okay, let me make sure I got this set up right.
That I was going to be a single mother, I would have never had children.
And this is why I feel like my mom hated me, and many of you hate your children. I feel like unless you personally went to the sperm bank to get pregnant, you wanted a family. Like a mom, a dad, children, a family. Nobody signs up to just be a single mom. At least nobody with common sense. And
Now, y'all listen to what she's saying. There's a lot of us, myself included, that was a single mom. I um had a child outside of wedlock. I had sex, got pregnant, and made the choice to carry my pregnancy to term and had a child. There's a lot of us that had children the same way. But she's telling me that unless I went and got knocked up, paid for it, IVF type of thing, that I didn't want my child, or excuse me, I didn't want the child without the dad. Now, just think about that. I'm sure that of the several of you in here, there may be some of you that are um you're a single parent as well. And she's saying that basically we didn't want our kids. Like, I don't understand where she gets all of these off putting, disturbing, sinister type of conversations or statements. Like, girl, I mean, her mother not only had her mother had two other children. And for the most part, it seems that her mother and them two other children have a decent relationship. So, little mama, what happened to you? Like, where was you at while she was raising the other ones? And they feel like they were loved. Like, it is really okay. Let me see where we are. I don't watch Peach, but when I do see her, she is always saying something out of pocket. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. Lord Peach, why are you having this conversation? I'm so tired of these men. Miss Shonda, right at this point, you have to realize that the behavior is damaging to your own children. It's like, what in the world? She's looking for shock value for everything she says. And maybe that's what it is. But it's still it's shock value and then it's peach. Because my thing is she still has to think up these cryptic crazy behind things to say. And it's like, girl, where did it come from? Hey, Passion Lisa. I don't know if you've been in my chat since yesterday because I was thanking you for the little lady. Now I got it off of uh wherever you showed me at, but I wanted to make sure you heard me say thank you and appreciate you for it.
sometimes what'll end up happening is once that relationship is over and you realize it's unfair, this man gets to move on with his life. He can easily move on to the next relationship. He could easily not do anything for the kids. Society won't condemn him. you begin to hate him. And some moms start to hate their children because it feels like your children have robbed you out of the life that you wanted, and you
Now, do y'all hear that? Just let that simmer in your mind for a second. She is saying that because your relationship didn't work, that you are a person who can start to hate your kids, that they cheated you out of the relationship or life that you wanted. What the hell did the kids have to do with anything? And why a woman who has seven children, seven children, y'all. She got seven children, about to have two more, and this is the conversation that she has. Now, keep in mind, y'all, she didn't get married to him until she had what, baby? So that was a child, 3 kids ago. So that would be like saying because she wasn't married to Wood, she didn't necessarily care about her kids. Now, the weird part about that is she said that out of her mouth before. But still, I mean, goodness gracious, Peach. Like, Nia B, I'm gonna tell you this. If she ain't, she got a tumor, a growing tumor like crazy, because that stomach is getting bigger and bigger. And being that it's supposedly two babies, it does seem to be growing faster and even bigger than her last pregnancy. I think that baby was like 7 pounds, right? So she probably at the most will do 4 and 4. As far as the size of these kids, twins aren't usually the size of normal kids. They're usually about 4 pounds and spend time in the NICU. So I'm gonna say that her body looks as though that's the case.
were tricked. You thought you were going to be a family, and this man tricked you. I myself have
What does that have to do with the children?
experienced those same emotions when I had my oldest son, Gregory McKay.
Genexa has the same effective medicine as leading brands, made with good, clean ingredients.
I was 18 years old. I got pregnant my senior year of high school, had a full ride scholarship to college, decided to have my baby and be a family. And then my relationship didn't work out. My baby father, aka my husband today, he ended up just being in the streets, messing with all these girls, did not
So what you saying is that your son tricked you out of your relationship and that you resent your son because his dad didn't act right? It was somehow his fault?
not want to be with me, ended up getting in a whole nother relationship, and we even got into a physical altercation. And at the end of the altercation, he was like, I trapped you, ho. I never wanted to be with you. I just wanted to give you a baby so you wouldn't leave me and go off to college.
Now, y'all, this is the man that she's married to today. That is so disturbing. Nia Bia, I don't think she's trying to dangle him over folks' head because of what she just said. I think she's telling us, that maybe those are the thoughts she had, and it was brought about because he said that to her. But again, whatever the situation is, what the heck does it have to do with the kid? Exactly, that is true. No matter how hard she tries to, put salt in her game. Honestly, Nia Bia, I don't get the logic either. Because the only thing I hear her saying is that's how she felt. Because otherwise, where did this come from? Even if this is just shock value information that she wanted to put out, girl, from where? Exactly. It sounds like he didn't ever care. He didn't marry her until she started going real big on YouTube, till she bought him the truck, to all of that. That seems like when he really married her. And if you look at it like that, it would make you feel that he never cared.
Tricked. When I tell you I cried like a baby that night, snot book of tears. And I remember those moments where it was just me taking care of Gregory McKay, and my baby father, aka my husband today, was just out in the streets living his life, and it was just so unfair, and I had that feeling of resentment and regret. Now I had enough sense to like process the emotion and realize like it's not my child's fault. I'm not angry at him. I chose this, and no matter what, I want to be a mom. I want all of my kids. It goes back to what my great grandma used to always tell me: it's mama's babies, daddy's maybes.
That's not why they say that statement, Peach. The reason that they say that statement is because the mother actually carries the child. It is no question who the mother is of the child, but because the father is not basically carrying the seed, there's no way to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's his kid. And because you cannot prove it, that's why it's maybe to the daddy. So also, guys, she just confirmed to us that she feels a type of way, or she felt a type of way about Gregory McKay. Maybe that's why she kind of treats him the way she does now, because maybe she feels guilt. But whether she feels guilt or not, it's just um it's sad. It's sad. It's sad because she felt that way, but then she goes back to the same man and makes more kids.
So with that being said, you always make sure you want the baby. That and not just the baby. Let me say this differently. You always make sure you want the person, because they go from baby to toddler to child to
Like, why did she feel she had to say that? All of any of this, like, it's crazy. Exactly, Shayna. Exactly. Yeah, it's more than time for her to get help, Passion Lisa. Like, this is crazy. I mean, it just really is. It's beyond time, and honestly, the things that she says shows such a unhealthy disposition.
preteen to teenager to adult. You're not raising a baby. You're not getting a baby. And some people become fascinated with, oh, it's a baby. They're so cute when they little. They so easy when they little. But you're raising people, and the objective, at least mine, is to raise whole people. And it's challenging. It's hard. I feel like
Because
if
you're not
more
doing
women
it.
were honest and could process that feeling, that emotion, like I was able to, where it's like, I don't hate my child. I don't regret my child. I don't resent my child.
The thing about it is, Peach, most of us don't even feel those feelings. Most of us have never even birthed the thought of such a barbaric disposition. So how and why would we have to go your route? Because we never got there in the first place. We loved our babies, most of us, from conception. I mean, and if the relationship is the right type of relationship, it was love there when the child was made anyway. So regardless to what happens, if you guys don't work out, if the relationship is a mature love, you can make it past the love and hit friendship and do something from there. So, I mean, this just confirms, like you guys said, number one, that she needs help. Number two, that she's even more unwell mentally than we realize.
I am having a moment of resentment and regret, and I feel like I was tricked and like I was robbed, and it's unfair. But I still love my child, and I can still have. I think that was the key for me, realizing like my life wasn't over because I had a kid. The world was still my oyster. My daddy told me that when I was young.
And you know what has been very interesting today when she started talking about the thing with her dad, I mean, with Wood and him cheating, she cries and talks about values that her father gave her. Now, this is the same father that she dogged when he was transitioning, when she was very cruel to once he transitioned, and a family that she did everything she could to make the situation a bad situation. It's like, girl, it's almost like she is demonic. I mean, no compassion, because even if she didn't care, she has the right to feel how she wants to feel. But why did you have to stomp on everybody else's emotions? You are freaking weird. And these thoughts here, that's why I wanted to speak on them, because, what in the world?
You say, Peaches, the world is your oyster. And I'm getting emotional. I didn't even expect me to get emotional making this video. But for those of you who aren't into words, I love words. If you haven't noticed already, I love quotes. I have over 1,000 quotes that just touch my heart. I love literature. And if they pierce me in the heart, I hold on to them forever. I write them down in my quote book. But when I was young, I was like 16 years old. My daddy told me that. My biological daddy. He said, Peaches, the world is your oyster. And what that means is no matter what, no matter what, you could do anything you wish. You can go anywhere you want to go. You are fully capable. You already have all the skills. The world is your oyster.
And you know what I see here, guys? I don't see her having a conversation about the world being her oyster, nor do I see her having a conversation about the regret of the child. What she regrets is being the child that did the things that she did. It is finally her time to process the loss of her father, because it's interesting that she has brought him up several times over the last few days. And yes, he may not have been a perfect man, but he was who he was. He even changed his life to be a better man, and because of her being angry and bitter, and who she is, she chose to distance herself from the growth as he moved through his life's cycle. And so now you sitting here with all these thoughts and all of these things that you didn't realize, or you maybe always realized how valuable they were to you, but you wanted to play games with it. You wanted to play angry and hatred. And now you can't say, Daddy, I love you, and, say goodbye to him. This is where the regret comes in. So I think that we're going to see many more tears, and it's not about what we're seeing here. Her babies are marinating in all of this toxic emotions. It's not fair for them. Shit, it's not fair for us, right? But the thing about it is we do have a choice. We not only do we have a choice, we can limit the access and those kids cannot. Not only that, here comes two more kids. It's going to be impossible for one person to care for all of those people. You're going to have children helping be adults, or they're going to maintain this two parent household in toxicity. I'm sure that uh, Wood probably resents her sometime, because one thing she did manage to do is trap him with a bunch of kids. And the reason I say trap is because if he has any love and care for his children, he's not going to leave them, because he knows she's not really capable of caring for him properly, and they will have a very poor existence if he's not around. What's the word Uriah used about Olivia deviant? That's Peach. Yeah. And the thing, and she's even deviant to herself as well. When Peach said she had resented her son, it reminded me of Jasmine, how she felt about Amaya. Honey, Jasmine, I think she resent all them kids, because um she often says, back when I had one, like she wants to relive that. And so she gets the opportunity to do that because those kids are gone a lot. Yeah, she can do talk therapy on the phone, but Peach does not. She never wants to lose. Even when she loses, she's gonna find a way to create in her mind a win. That's why she's saying she don't care if this guy cheated. She didn't even confirm that in her mind. She confirmed it because it's been true so many times. But he's a guy who hangs around with a lot of people, and that condom could have been left in the car. Because I don't know. I just when you think about a serial cheater and all the things he's done to be busted and not care, where does he leave a condom in the car? He got peace at home. She leaving him alone. All of this. Why would he just screw that up? I just, I don't know. He may have cheated. I'm not gonna say one way or another, but somehow I just feel like that he wouldn't have left that in there, in the door at the back seat. He wouldn't even have a condom at the door. If he's back in the car trying to get busy with somebody in the car, he would be sitting in the seat. He would take it off, put it on. She would lay down, he would lay down. The condom would drop to the floor or somewhere in the middle or under the seat. It just seems so unlikely. It was in the car door at the top. Like that's just a weird place that it would be. I mean, I don't know, that's just my opinion.
And I think back to that time where I felt that way. I remember Gregory McKay was a baby. He was sitting on the bed crying, and I was just looking at him cry. He had to be about 7 months old, and he looked just like Wood, looked just like his dad.
Girl, that boy do not look like his daddy. He look like his granddaddy. The nose, he got your nose, honey. He don't look none like that man. You want that. And so in your mind, you able to trick your own self. Case. Quite frankly, the younger kids resemble Wood, but that little boy do not look nothing like his
And I
daddy.
just looked at him, and I had that feeling of regret and anger, and felt tricked and robbed. And it was that quote, "The world is your oyster," that kept me going in that moment, made me realize, like, I'm mad at the daddy. I'm not mad at the child. And just because I have a child, those opportunities that I turned down still exist. And to anybody out there who may be feeling this emotion where you feel like you hate being a single mom, I want to leave you with that. I want
It's so sad that she would even go there in her mind, that you had to uh go through the thought process of realizing who you mad at. Girl, you need help. Like you really need help. You have so much you are holding on to that you just need to let go, because you, number one, are a freaking weirdo. And you a little slow. You smart too, but you slow. You need to let go, because you should never have had that. What you should have, if anything, when you saw that boy crying and you felt stressed out and overwhelmed, you should have called his daddy and been like, okay, let's say you called the daddy didn't answer. I mean, the next opportunity, because obviously there was other opportunity, because she got what, six more kids by the man. You should have let his behind have it at that time. Child, this girl is off. I mean, that's all I can say. Allison, I really don't believe this is a skit at all. I believe that this is her going through her grief process of her father. Like this really don't have nothing to do with what she's talking about. It has nothing to do with the father. Maybe the girl left it. Women will leave behind something because they want the wife to know. That now that I could see because of where it was found at. Peach probably would have never seen it under the seat. But you know what else? He said that He hadn't been in the back seat since he cleaned out his car. Why wouldn't he have seen it? Now, when you cleaning your car out, you don't necessarily go to the doors, but then again, he is a person who used to do car detailing. So he would have a good attention to detail. I don't see how he could miss that. This whole situation is weird. She knows how to make herself cry on demand. True, but it's certain things when you hear her voice, when she has that quiver in her voice, that's realism for Peach. It's certain things she does that you can definitely tell, and that's one of them. I can't. Oh, you saying you mean the thing of her finding the condom? She had the same quiver in her voice, but I'm gonna be honest. If I'm going to believe that somebody faked it, I believe her before him. So I agree on that respect.
I want you to realize, like, being a single mom ain't gonna stop shit. I want you to not even feel like you're a single mom. I personally hate single moms.
And see, there she goes. So basically, she will go and fight. She will go and buy. She will go do whatever she has to do to change that because she became something that she hated. She became something that she resented. The question is why though? What do you hate about a single mom? Because of the fact that they have to work harder, they went into that situation with their eyes wide open. They knew what they had to do. So, I mean, where's the problem with you? Like,
Y'all know me, I can't stand a single mom. Hate to see a single mom coming. What I love is mom. And moms live by that quote. The world is your oyster. No
single moms can live by it as well. Only you have an issue. Whatever this issue is Peach's issue. It don't have nothing to do because, honey, there's millions of single moms who ain't blink, who ain't thought. It's no thought process when it comes to loving their children, doing right by their children, knowing that having a baby don't stop nothing. We looked at Zanadia Simone earlier today. She don't look like, oh my God. Yes, she, kind of felt a ways because did she want to move forward with this? It happened. It happened kind of quick. This is a new relationship. There's a lot there that she could have there can be regret there because she didn't plan the pregnancy. But my point is just that that young lady ain't skip a beat, and most moms are like her. Very few moms conduct themselves like Peach. Very few moms have that thought process like Peach. Why, for gosh, 10 years, let's just say she was a single mom. So you hated yourself for 10 years, but you kept having babies. Like this whole situation makes no sense. I mean, it just doesn't.
matter the circumstances, no matter if the man acting right or the man acting wrong, no matter if the man leave or stay, be a mom. Don't be
I mean, and I feel like, guys, that she's telling herself this. I feel like that she is talking to herself because how many moms need this message? Most of us don't. I need to learn how to make an overlay like yours. Yours look amazing on my 55-inch TV. Oh, thank you. I might be able to make your Grinch talk. Okay, I mean, if you tell me what you want it to look like, I can put it together. I mean, basically, I just put the bar at the top, bar at the bottom, the words. Now, the middle is empty, and then I have the screen share right there in the middle. The white is the screen share, everything else is empty, and then in the background is the stars. That's basically it. But yeah, we can talk about that. Just hit me on IG and tell me what you want, and I'll set it up for you.
angry at these men that you chose to have children with. that may walk out and leave you and create other families and forget about your child or children. Instead, make that your motive. Like,
I really want to stop. We're going to stop here as far as this because I feel like this is not a message that needs to not only be that I want to push forward in my video because I believe that us as women are strong. Us as women and mothers who have went out here, gotten pregnant, had our children, we don't need to be told this. This is how we live our life. This is what we live by. It's the mission. Period. Point blank. It's the mission. It's the motive. You shouldn't have to be told anything like this. You shouldn't have to have someone in tears, broken down, telling you that they resented a 7-month-old innocent child who did nothing, but was foolish enough to go have other babies. Like, this is nothing that we should have to talk about as women. What we should talk about is strengthening one another. Just giving people positive words to continue to move by, not words that you need because you're so weak or you're so this or you're so that, that you got to get yourself to that place. It's crazy. I'm supposed to do a live about Jay-Z. Have you talked about it right? Thanks for my child was how we felt. Exactly. Because no matter what happened in the relationship, and this is how I feel about that. A lot of times I was talking to my daughter here recently and we was talking about relationships, and like I told her, I'm reading this book on Pocket FM, and the people in this book, it's more like a series, but it's an audio series. um the people, always ended up with their soulmate because they allowed life and logic and love to guide them. They didn't go out meeting a man trying to make him theirs, trying to manipulate things. Most of us that end up with the wrong person, sometimes a part of that can be our fault because we moved too fast. A lot of I was telling her about friends that I had who not only girl Nisha, yes ma'am, I wish I could do some commentary on those on the story I'm reading, but I wouldn't know how to set it up. I've thought about that often, but I had a friend, and she would basically meet a guy. She looks at what he had and what he had to offer, and so she did what she had to do to make things work, even if it was a little manipulation involved, making them think this, making them feel this. I mean, a lot of times in life, if we move forward and allow things to happen, they will happen just as they're supposed to happen. And all of us are guilty of maybe certain things in our lives. And that's the thing about it. These women, they get with guys, they move so damn fast that they don't allow life, love, and their morality and things like that to lead them. That's how you become a My Jazzy Life with Chris. She seen him, she wanted him, and she did what she had to do to get him. She manipulated, she lied, she tricked, she bought, she did all kind of things. And then she turns around and cry and wants to be upset when things don't work. Well, it doesn't work because it wasn't meant to work. you know, at the end of the day, um, what's supposed to happen will happen. It just may not happen the way it would have happened had you not changed the outcome. And I mean, that's kind of where I feel like we all can look at our lives and do a little better at what we choose, the way we go, what we think, what we feel, and trying to push something to be what it's not meant to be. Let's see what you're saying. What she is saying is not something you say out loud to others, let alone the world, a different type. There's different types of therapy. I've done a book club before. Maybe you should do that. One more thing to put on your list. Um, you know what? I'm gonna say it like this. For one, I love Pocket FM because I ain't gotta read the book. I get to hear it. I get to go through the feeling of it. It's almost more real to me. And number two, and that's a personal thing because I'm not. Some people love to read. I don't. I mean, if I have to read, I do. I know how to read, but it's just not a favorite thing of mine. Number one. Number two, if I could do it with a audiobook, I probably would be interested, but I just wouldn't know how. I mean, I would love to be involved, but I don't think it's something that I would lead the way on. But like I said, yeah, I wanted us to just look at those two videos, look at what she said, how she said it, and the things that's going on. But the more we looked at that last little piece, the more I can identify that she's starting her grieving process. I mean, it just is. Oh, that it's an audio app. It's called Pocket FM. It actually all the books are audio books in there. And so that's where the book that I'm reading. We're actually they do it like series, like TV shows, but they're audiobooks. And actually, my book is on hiatus. I'll be glad when they bring their behinds back because I'm ready for the next one. But at any rate, it's just like a TV show on there, pretty much. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this situation. Um, about her. I'm interested in seeing where things go. She's already talking about she don't care about the cheating stuff, which she really put her in a position that she can't care. How can she care? I mean, because to be honest, she needs him in every aspect of the word. So it's unfortunate that she did that to herself, but when you're honest about it, you really can't feel bad for her because of her how she acts, what she does, how she treats people, even in all of what she's going on, feeling something. What did she say? I hate single moms. What the hell have they done to you? Because you was one and you didn't want to be and you resented it. That's all it is. It's self hatred. All I can say is that girl does need therapy. She really does, y'all. She really does need therapy. Tell me what y'all think. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play this outro and I'm gonna play my commercial. I hope you guys have had the opportunity to go and check out my t-shirts. This is our t-shirt of the week. Tomorrow we'll have a new one.
Hey guys, and welcome. After enjoying this commentary, be sure to run over to our website, www.kushe.online, for this great t shirt and more. Kush takes the stress out of getting dressed. Hey guys, and welcome. After enjoying this commentary, be sure to run over to our website, www.kushe.online, for this great t shirt and more. Kush takes the stress out of getting dressed.
So I'll see y'all in the next one. I will see y'all tomorrow. Actually, Passion Lisa, I do have a t-shirt. I just have not did the layouts and put it out. I do have a situation t-shirt. Um, Also, we talked about when I say we, it's me and um Mimi about doing a t-shirt. Uh, I'm just gonna let that be a surprise because it has to do with what just went on this weekend. As a matter of fact, if you were in her live yesterday, you would have heard somebody said we need a t-shirt about that, and that very thing we talked about it last night doing it. So y'all, more to come. But yeah, go and check out our t-shirts. I do have a situation t-shirt coming. It should be up by the 10th. So if you order on the 10th, you can definitely have it by Christmas. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Also, guys, you do know that we have a membership. I hope that at some point, those of you who have not become a member will. Um, let me put up the information about that before we jump off of here. Let me see if I think I set that up already. I thought I had it anyway. I guess I don't have that scene set up where it's laid all out. So I will definitely play that tomorrow. But yes, we definitely have the membership starting at $1.99. So that is a great way to promote and support the channel. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Dress yourself in one of the expressive t-shirts from Kush Online. Over 109 styles and 18 colors. Kush takes the stress out of getting dressed. Okay, Grandma. Now take us on out of here.
Oh my God!
You the ugliest bitch I ever seen.
Me?
Police, come get this motherfucker.
Me or you?
You tough-mouth bitch.
Damn, Grandma, you gonna get me fired. Dang. Stop what you're doing and go follow